I know that that is something that frustrates you in your career, that you have felt limited by the perception of that people have of you and their limitations in their imagination and what you can play. What are you capable of? I mean, like, I know what you're capable of, but what do you wish you had the opportunity to do?
I mean, I guess I'm different than I think what most people think of me. I'm a lot goofier, a lot more vulnerable, a lot. I can be very tough. I am a tomboy. I would like to do. I get to play a lot of tough lawyers, robots, Dracula. Like, I'm not complaining about the roles I've gotten to play. I've gotten to play some really strong female characters, and I love that. But I've also really never gotten to play like the mom with, just struggling to make ends meet or the, I'd like to play a emotionally damaged character.
You need your monster moment.
I need my monster moment. Exactly.
You're going to have to start eating a lot more macaroni and cheese.
I would do that.
You know what I mean?
But it's funny in this business, it's you go through phases, right? Like, my best working years were in my 30s. Of course, I didn't start acting till 29.
You were literally 30.
But 30s into very early 40s. And then it's like, oh, now you're too old. You're not pretty enough for the detective role anymore, but you're not grizzled enough for the captain recurring role. And so you find yourself, an old buddy lost touch now, but you remember him, Mark.
Yeah.
He went through a phase of where he used to play the funny dad all the time. And then so he's too old for the dad, but he's too fit and didn't look like the
grandpa,
pudgy grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go through phases like that. And I wish there was more opportunity. And there is more opportunity for women now. Like, when you're younger, you always hear, oh, women in their 40s and 50s stop working. It's true. It's a lot harder because the roles just really dry up. But it is changing, luckily. But unfortunately, it's the same 5 or 6 people that keep getting those jobs.
True.
And they're huge names, but so it doesn't really it's changing in the big, like, A-list movies and A-list television, but it's not really changing across the board.
Not yet, no.
Not yet. It will. But by then, maybe I will be the grandma role.
You might be. I mean, look, it's changing if you're still in the industry. I think that's part of it, is that I think what happens with people a lot is that, people move off. They find different interests. There are things that engage them more that are not in the industry anymore.
Right.
And then when you get to the point where you're casting grandmas or, characters in their late 50s, early 60s, the pool literally is nothing anymore.
Yeah.
So it is smaller. And so I think it's just one of those things where you just have to outlast.
You just have to outlast, and you're absolutely right. And because I feel like I started acting late, I feel like there's still so much more that I want to do. There's like the serial killer project that I want to do so badly. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of irons in the fire that I've got going. And it has been a slow couple of years for me, but I also had a really bad knee injury.
Yeah,
and
you literally couldn't work.
I couldn't work for over a year. Yeah.